Hello, good day. My name is Amir Spencer, and today I'll be showing you how to create and edit group policies on Windows Server 2008. So first, I would like you to click Start in your Windows Server 2008, and you're going to Administrative Tools. And we're going to select Group Policy Management. This is installed by default, so you don't need to install this. And we are now in our group policy management. From here, we can edit the settings. We can create and edit group policies for every user and computer on the domain. What it basically does also is restricts or allows certain actions and behaviors for users and computers on the domain. As you can see here, I have expanded my forest and my domain is listed once you expanded your domain. And we're going to expand our server1.com. And a number of options come up, but we'll be going to the group policy objects. So let's select that, and as you can see, these are the two default policies that are created when it is startup Windows Server 2008. They are enabled, but none of the settings are enabled. But I'll be showing you how to create a new one. So that's why I click in this area and click new. And this window will open up. Let's type in any name you want to type in. I'll be typing in server1 space GPO and let's click OK. No need to do anything else. The source starter doesn't give you any option when you're creating a new GPU, at least for the first time. And as you can see here, our newly created GPU is listed and enabled by default. But we're going to edit it now, so let's right click and select edit. And as you can see here, this window opens up, and from here we can edit the settings for two things, the computers and for the users. There are different policy and preferences for each, so options that you will find in computer configuration you won't or probably won't find in user configuration. So first we are going to edit our settings in our computer configuration. So we're going to select properties and expand that. And we're going to administrative template. And we are going to go to control panel and user accounts. And as you can see here, this only gives us one option. This by default isn't enabled. As you can see here, the state is not configured. So what you have to do is right click on this option and select properties. And as you can see here, it gives you three different options: non-configured, enable, and disable. We are going to enable this option. And the other tabs, which the explain tab, is just basically giving an explanation as to what this policy does. And if you go to comments, you can leave a comment just stating why you enable it or any other additional information that you will need administrator that comes after you to know. So once you finish, just click OK. And as you can see here, it is now enabled. The state is now enabled. So now we're going to collapse this and we're going to user configuration. We'll expand our policies and administrative template and go to control panel yet again. As you can see here, we have additional options to configure, but we're just going to configure one set, which is in display. So let's select display. And as you can see here, we have a number of options that we could play with. You can go through each one, and according to how you want your domain set up, you can enable or disable whichever one. While we selecting the prevent changing the wallpaper, I'm going to enable this option. So right click and select properties. As you can see here, same like before, let's enable it. Explanation as to what it does. And once you finish, just click OK. And now I'm also going to enable the settings in desktop teams. So as you can see here, give you a number of options. I'm going to prevent or prohibit anyone from changing the theme color on Windows. So I'll enable it and let's click OK once you're finished. So once you finish editing what options you want to enable and disable, you have to now link this group policy to your domain. So you're going back to Group Policy Management, and from here we're going to link it to our server. So first select your server1.com and right click on server1.com, and you're going to see the option to link an existing GPU. Once you click that, you will see our new created GPU listed. Let's select it and click OK. Now it is listed and is linked to our server1.com. So the settings in this new created group policy will apply to everyone connected to this server. But now we have to update the group policies. So first we need to go select Start, and we're going to the control panel. Once you have opened your control panel, just type in GPU update /force. And what this does, it forces an update of all the group policies on the domain. This will just take a few moments and you should be met with a completion sign once it's finished. Now that it is completed, you can just close the command prompt, and we are going back to group policy management. We're going to select our domain and we are going to come down to group policy object. And as you can see here, our newly created group policy, once you double click into it, this window will open up, and this is just giving us details as to that specific group policy. We see a state when it's enabled. If you go into settings, you'll get this little error, but let's click close. It's not actually affecting anything much. You will see all the policies that we have enabled in this group policy. So right now I have 3 enabled, and if you delegation, these are all the users it will affect, or group of users it will affect, or these are all the users this group policy will apply to when they log into the server. So you could actually add and remove different groups or users and tailor it specifically to how you want it to be. So now once you actually go through and make sure all your settings is up to par, we're going to a client PC to see how the setting is applied. So I'll be using Windows 7, and as you can see I'm already logged in as a user. And before I log out, I'm going to change the desktop wallpaper. Save changes. So I'm going to log off now. And log back in. Now I'm going to try to change the wallpaper and the theme of Windows. So that's why I click on your desktop and select personalize. And as you can see here, it's not even allowing me to get into the menu to change the desktop. But now we're going to try to change the theme, or at least the theme color. So I'm going to select one of the options. I selected Architect, and as you can see, the wallpaper, no, the color have changed. I selected neither, no, none is working. So that was a tutorial on how to create and configure group policies in Windows Server 2008 and applying it to your domain. Thank you very much.